This is a 2025 Airstream Pottery Barn SE Special Edition. This is a 2025 Airstream Pottery Barn SE Special Edition. Today I'm going to give you a quick look at it in an orientation, show you how to use most of its major systems. And I'm Frank at the RV shop here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. Frank at the shop is the how you'll find me on YouTube or Google. So we're going to start our tour right here at the right front corner, work our way counterclockwise and end up at the door and go inside. On the front we see these rock guards. These are rock guards that are designed to protect the skin back here. Now you can open these. These are attached with a piano hinge, which means they can be opened. We take out three nuts, and this will swing away. So you can get back there to clean or whatever, right? Additionally, we have these right here. So these are like plexiglass. These protect the actual windows that are back there. These can also swing away. There's two screws here and there behind this window that pivots up. So when you undo those screws, now those screws are not, they're not real screws. It's kind of, it's like a little fastener. So you turn it a quarter turn and then it pulls out, allowing you, once you do both of them, to have this swing away. And this swings away on these little hinges, and you can actually lift it and remove this window or this plexiglass cover. This of course comes up. You can undo these bungee fasteners here, like so, and see that little black knob there, and tighten those either side, and this, you can lock it in any position. But this does have to be open if you're going to open this front window. Then under here you have your propane tanks. Propane tank, there's a knob right there. It's got a little pointer. Whichever way that pointer is pointing is the tank you're feeding from. Currently it's feeding from this tank. That's why this valve is open and that one is closed. Also, if you want to remove one of the tanks to get them filled, you loosen this big wing nut. Loosen that. Once that's off, all this comes off, and this allows this entire cover to be removed, giving you access to the tanks. Under this cover, it's a compartment that houses the two batteries. This one has two lithium 100 amp hour Battleborn batteries. So these have a heater built in. See that little switch right there? You're going to be in cold weather, turn on that switch. That gives you a heating element that'll protect the batteries. The batteries have onboard protection for cold weather, as well as over voltage, under voltage, stuff like that. However, they don't have built-in heaters, or actually they have built-in heaters, but it's optional if you want to add the little switch that activates the heating element. You have to do that manually if the weather gets below freezing. So basically, the important thing to know about that is if it's below freezing and you don't have a heating element on your batteries, the batteries will shut down to protect themselves. However, this one has the heating element, so in order to keep your batteries usable, if it's below freezing, you turn on the heating element and that'll heat up the batteries and keep them from shutting off, right? So that's the whole point to that. Your spare tire is located under here. It's on a swing arm, so you pop this little cotter pin, pull that pin out, and then drop that handle, and that gives you access to your spare tire. There's a little connection there for solar, so you can add an extra solar bank on that connector. This trailer is already equipped with solar panels. However, if you wanted more, you could do that with that connector. That is a propane port that is tied into the propane tanks up here. So if you wanted to connect, like let's say like a barbecue grill or some kind of propane fired accessory, you could do it with that at that connection. This label shows you how much air pressure you need to run in your tires. It says 80 psi. That's what Airstream recommends for these tires. Stick to that pressure. That's what they've said is the recommended weight, or the recommended pressure for the weight they've designed into this trailer. This is the outside of your water heater. This is an outside shower. That's the exhaust vent for your furnace. Shore power, of course. It's got a smart plug. This smart plug tells you right on the plug. Keep this label on there. I'd not, take that off, because it gives you a little code that basically is a legend for this light here. So depending on what colors you see on this little window, that'll tell you what the status of your electricity is. Obviously right now we're on the first one. Blue on, red off. That's normal power condition. It's okay to proceed to connect it to the trailer, and so on and so forth. You see, like some of the other ones obviously mean there's a problem. Then over here we have connections for internet and cable TV. Then this is to flush your black tank, right? After you've dumped your tanks, and this is where you add water to your onboard water tank. City water is connected here. That's got a built-in water pressure regulator that will keep it under 55 psi. You may note you see a bunch of water dripping down underneath. That's normal. Our air conditioners, our two air conditioners up top, are running, and it is a very, very hot and humid day here in Baton Rouge. So there's a lot of humidity in the air. When there's a lot of humidity in the air and it's hot and you're running the ACs, refrigerated air creates a lot of condensation that normally would be dripping down the sides of a cheaper trailer, but Airstream builds basically drain pans that catch the condensation, and it runs through drain lines that drain right here in this wheel well. That way it's not dripping down the sides of your trailer. Additionally, we have storage, a little storage compartment here. There's also I believe one in the front. There's where you dump your tanks. Gray handle for the gray tank, black handle to dump the black tank. That's your cover. Twist that off. There's storage for a sewer hose right there. There's also a little light. I don't know if you can see it. Just press that turns on the light. Stabilizer jacks at the front and rear. Got a storage compartment here in the back, and you got storage compartment here under the bumper. Keep in mind the storage under the bumper is not weatherproof, so anything you store here could potentially get wet if you're driving through rainy weather. When you put this cover down, don't just push on it, because you will bend that rod right there. You have to lift and then lift this rod up like so, to get it to release. These things, when you close them, it's going to feel like they're going to break. Just push through that. It won't break. So this window awning we got here on the side, this is manual, of course. This is not electric. So basically, see this? You'll need your awning rod for this. I'm tall, so I can do it without the awning rod. Once you do that, that closes it. It's spring loaded. Then it's got a little lock here. You'll need the awning rod to stick in here, and that's going to hook on there like so, and that locks it for travel. This is a vent for the stove. It's got these little clips there you can turn to unlock it. Right now it's in the lock position to keep, you know, bugs or rodents out. And then we have another awning here in the back. When it's in the up position, you can roll up this strap with the Velcro and then Velcro it up there in the up position. Now when you're going to put it down, you're just going to pull. You see these rods? Take these rods by pulling. You're going to take them out of there, kind of flip them back like so. So you pull that open like that, put the rods out of the little slots, then this goes up. Again, you'll probably need your awning rod for this. And there you go. Now, these rods, you're going to stick them behind these nuts, and that keeps them from flopping around and possibly scratching this arm. Coming around back there, you have a backup, or not backup camera, but a monitor. It looks out the back of the trailer. It's mated with a monitor that mounts in your tow vehicle, plugs into the cigarette lighter, and it's paired with this, so you'll be always looking out the back as long as that's on. Lights do have to be on your tow truck, your towing vehicle, otherwise the camera image will not come on. You got more storage here. And here you got access to your jacks. Let's open this up. So you see those two buttons? So you got jacks in the rear, jacks in the front. And I say jacks, I mean they're stabilizer jacks. They are jacks, but they're stabilizer jacks, not leveling jacks. Then we have a step. And then I'll cut away here to a video clip of me showing how to use this step. This is the same step that Airstream uses on most of his trailers. And I'll insert that video here. Okay, so we're gonna go over how to use this entry step on this Airstream trailer. Pretty much all Airstreams, modern Airstreams anyway will have this type of step. Of course that it's too loud. So when you're gonna put this away, easiest way, you want to come around on this side, Gary. So when you're gonna put this away, right here, see these hinges right here, you're going to push in like so, and then you're going to flip this up, and don't let it do this on you. You're going to flip this up and then basically flip it over like a pancake there on top of itself. So basically we've turned it into a single step right there, and it can be used as a single step. Sometimes you just need a single step. But from there, you're going to continue to put it in. What you're going to do is you're going to grab it from here underneath. There's a place where you can grab it with your hand. You're going to pull out toward you. Do not pull up, pull out. Pull out, and that will release the locks. And you push in, and it locks. And just remember, you're going to pull out, not up, because it won't come out. Now, to put it out, we're going to pull these tabs here. So, very important when you're going to pull these tabs, do not stand right here, because this thing's going to come out and it's going to hit you in the shin, and it hurts, okay? So right there it's locked. Now sometimes it comes out and may not quite lock. It may come out and if it comes out and you check it and it's wobbling, that means one of the locks is not engaged. So you're just gonna pull it. Right there, it's firmly locked. So now to finish opening it, you're gonna flip it back. Now this is where a lot of people get sideways. They go this way and now, well, that's not gonna work, right? So you're gonna do this, flip it over. There we go. So now it's ready to be used once again. We're back where we started. Now, important thing about these as far as maintenance. So every now and then you wanna lubricate this step. Do not use WD-40. Do not use lithium spray. All that stuff attracts dirt. While it may lubricate just fine, it's going to attract dirt, and all this stuff will get caked with dirt and dust, and that's not good. So what you want to use is silicone spray. Get you a can of silicone spray. We sell it in our parts store. Get a can of silicone spray, and you're going to lubricate these joints here. Everywhere there's a joint in there, up there. The silicone spray, the reason we use silicone spray is that when it dries, it's not sticky. It doesn't dry sticky, so it won't attract dirt to these joints. And I mean, you can't lubricate it too much. I mean, if it was me, I'd lubricate it every time I take it out. Just spray some there around all these joints, and it'll keep the step working like it's supposed to. So anyway, so that's what you need to know about how to operate the step. Now, the Pottery Barn and the Classic are two of Airstream's trailers that feature this nice doorbell. So you get a doorbell. We'll hear it when we go inside, but it's got a doorbell. And that brings us to this beautiful awning. So this is Airstream's electric awning. Buttons, I'll show you the buttons on the inside on how to operate it. So you're gonna need a couple of things in order to do maintenance on this awning. Here you'll see like a little hole. So that little hole, you'll need like white lithium grease, get with a little straw, with a red little straw. So you're gonna spray it in there maybe a couple times a year to lubricate that worm drive in there. That's the only place you're gonna use that white lithium grease. You're gonna lubricate this right here with silicone spray. Don't use WD-40, don't use anything else. You use silicone spray. That's the only thing and you can do that as much as you want. I mean, be quite liberal with it. So spray that there, and silicone spray on this arm as well. Do that on the other side. Now you got outlet, 110 outlet over there. Now we're gonna hop inside. So as we come inside, you'll note we have two doors. So we have a screen door, and we have our regular door. Now when you close this, Airstream doesn't like this door being slammed on top of that screen door. Airstream, when you're closing this, Airstream wants you to open your screen door, close it on your entry door, and then close it. Make sense? So let's hear that doorbell. Not quite as authentic as I'd like, but still, most traders don't have a doorbell, period. So now we are in the Pottery Barn edition, so you'll notice all the nice touches. You can see the beautiful shades. These are manual, but they operate very smoothly. Control panel here. Your master disconnect is right there, so that you got to press that to turn on the power inside. When not using the trailer, obviously you can turn that off. Then you have controls for the awnings. You can tilt the awning, you can retract the awning, extend the awning, lighting controls there. Then you have modes. You can do onboard mode, which turns on some lights and basically cuts the power on. Then away mode is basically going to turn stuff off. Now in here we also have some more controls for lights. Now these lights under here have buttons. Then these also have buttons here. You got a little control panel. And that is your water heater control. We'll talk more about the water heater control in a second. Now you do have a microwave. That is a convection microwave. So as well as make it, so it'll make popcorn, plus it'll also bake a cake. A small cake, but it'll bake a cake. Your stove is basically like a propane fired barbecue grill. It works quite nicely. This little button turns on the blue lights. Now the lights do not have to be on for it to work. Right there, turn it on. This is the sparker. And this thing just turns endlessly. I mean, it doesn't, you don't have to be in a particular position that's not on, it's still on. I mean, I can turn this off and it doesn't matter what position that stays on. Be sure to let this cool if you've had it running for a long time to not get this glass overheated. You got a light, fan, and of course you got your refrigerator. This is a 12 volt refrigerator. Does not run on propane, does not run on 110. 12 volts. And basically you got a power button here. Long press it to turn it on, long press it to turn it off. Then with this, by highlighting this section, this is the freezer section, blue light. So with the blue light here, you can plus and minus right there to adjust the cold. 5 is the coldest. Then we can switch it to refrigerator. Usually default position for the refrigerator is 3. This is the refrigerator section. And so you can set it individually. And then this is sleep mode. Normally sleep mode is going to run this the refrigerator at half power to conserve electricity. And that's particularly for people that do they're going to be boondocking. Most people are not going to use that because obviously running at half power is going to create a situation where it's potentially your stuff could thaw, right? All your owner's manuals are all your owner's manuals will be found in here. There's also a second set of keys, I believe, and then there should be one over here. Yep, another set there. Look at this great sink cover, which is also a cutting board. Moving on, so we have our TVs. We got TV here, TV in the back. Those are 12 volt TVs, so they don't use 110 power. You don't need your inverter on to operate those. You do, however, need your inverter on if you want to have power at certain outlets. Outlets that are marked with that sticker that says inverter circuit, that outlet will have 110 power even though you're not connected to shore power if you have your inverter on. Outlets that are marked with this dark blue sticker will not have power when plugged in to, or I'm sorry, when running off of an inverter. They will of course have power with shore power. So as we move on towards the back, you see the bedroom. I apologize for all the stuff in here. There's all the Pottery Barn accessories that come with it. See, lights, storage. Now all this stuff is not part of the Pottery Barn package. This one in particular we are selling to somebody, and the customer requested to us to send it to him with these accessories that he's buying. But those are not part of the Pottery Barn package. Another control panel here. That's a temperature sensor for the HVAC system, the air conditioning system. Storage. The other TV, as I said. Shower. Is just a shower. Very nice shower. Pretty roomy for an Airstream trailer. And in here we have our bathroom. Look at this gorgeous bathroom. So this bathroom has a conventional foot flush toilet. It's got a nice vessel sink. Another control panel for lights. So this table here, see that lever down there in the bottom? By pulling that lever, I think you move it this way, that loosens the table, and then it'll go up and down, and you can move it to, forward and backward in different directions. And then lock it by putting the rod back, the lever back. And the water heater Water heater runs on just propane. You can adjust the temperature, maximum temperature. It is on demand and tankless, so basically like right there it's on. However, like it's not using any propane. It only uses propane when you open a faucet or turn on the shower, and stops immediately as soon as you close the faucet. So it uses very little propane. That is on, that is off, right? And adjust your temperature, but you can leave it on the whole time. It's not going to use any propane unless you open a faucet. So up above you have this is your air filters for your AC system. You see those two screws? Got to loosen those to get this grill off, and there's like a sponge filter there you can wash in the sink and let it air dry, and put it back, right? Lastly, we'll talk about this control panel. This is our C-Zone control panel. Now here, see this little like 3 lines here? This is your menu button, so you can hit that. That brings up this menu, and we have modes like onboard mode, away mode, sleep mode. Obviously sleep mode's when you go to sleep. By just pressing sleep mode, it'll dim all the lights in the trailer and whatnot. Control mode is where you can go through here and control all the different lights and whatnot, and different accessories like the water pump, your disconnect, different things, inverter, you can turn it on there. And then you have monitoring. Monitoring lets you see your tanks, like your fresh tank, gray water, wastewater, wastewater being the black tank, propane tanks. You can see those there. Front and rear temperatures, status of your battery, different things. So, and then obviously you can control your climate, front, right there, rear. Then you have a front fan you can open and close from there. So the awning, you can open and close the awning, open, close, right? You can tilt it from there, tilt the angle of the awning. You want the water to drain, you know, in case it's raining. So that can be done through there. But pretty nice system. Doesn't like my fingers apparently, but so that's your C-Zone control panel. And as I said, I think we looked at this before, but that's your other control panel, the main control panel. And so that's going to bring us to the end of this tour of this 2025 Airstream Pottery Barn Special Edition 28RB with the twin beds. My name is Frank at the Shop. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, Frank at the Shop. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day.